Hello everyone, welcome to the official channel of 24/7 Northeast. স্বাগতম জানাইছো আপোনালোকক আজি এই ভিডিওটোলৈকে য'ত নেকি আমি APDCL Accountancy বাবে প্ৰিপাৰেচন কৰিব গৈ আছো. Let's start with the quote of the day: fall down 7 times, get back up 8. Yes, that should be the mentality. Do not fear your shortcomings and your failures. আপোনালোকে যিমানবাৰ ফেইল কৰিব তাতকে কিন্তু সদায় এবাৰ হলেও বেছি recover কৰি পেলাই আগবাঢ়ি যোৱাটোহে বেছি গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ. So no matter how many times you find yourself down and out, get right back up and keep on going. With that in mind, start কৰিছো আজিৰ এই সেশনটো. আজি ডিসকাস কৰিব গৈ আছো accountancy related কিছুমান টপিক since আজি first class হয় APDCL Accountancy এই সেশনস কেটাৰ ইউটিউবত. সো হেতুৰ বাবে আপোনালোক সকলোকে মই ফাৰ্স্ট অফ অল তো স্বাগতম জনাইছো আৰু মই এটা আইডিয়া দিব বিচাৰিছো যে what we will be discussing. চাওক APDCL Accountancy যোনটো syllabus হয় তাতে আপোনাক আৰম্ভণিৰ পৰা জাৰ্নেলৰ পৰা ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰি পেলাই the entire accounting process, journal, ledger, trial balance, profit and loss, balance sheet গোটেইখিনিৰ প্ৰয়োজন হ'ব. So when we talk about accounting, আমি প্ৰথম স্টাৰ্টিংতে ডেবিট ক্ৰেডিটৰ কিছুমান নিয়ম জনাটো বহুত প্ৰয়োজনীয়. আমি বেলেগ বেলেগ একাউণ্ট হেডছ বেলেগ বেলেগ একাউণ্টৰ কেনেকুৱা ট্ৰিটমেণ্ট হয় ইন টাৰ্মছ অফ ক্ৰেডিট ডেবিট ইনষ্টেন্সেছ এই গোটেইখিনি জনাটো বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট. চ' ফাৰ্ষ্ট অফ অল আজিৰ এই ক্লাছটোত মই আপোনালোকৰ লগত ডিছকাছ কৰিব বিচাৰিছোঁ টু ষ্টাৰ্ট অফ উইথ দ্য ডিফাৰেণ্ট টাইপছ অফ একাউণ্ট হেডছ উই হেভ. So we have personal account, real account, nominal account in accounting. ঠিক আছে, এই তিনিটা মেইন টাইপছ আছে আমাৰ একাউণ্টছৰ. So when I say personal account, it is an account for used by an individual for that person's own needs. ধৰি লওক আপোনাৰ নিজৰ বেংক একাউণ্টটো যিটো আপোনাৰ ব্যক্তিগত বেংক একাউণ্ট ছেভিংছ একাউণ্ট য'ত আপুনি নেকি you save money there, right? And you transact through ATM transactions or card transactions or maybe even UPI, right? GPay, etc. এইবিলাক আপোনালোকে যোনটো পৰা কৰে, that is usually your savings bank account. আৰু সেইটো একাউণ্ট যদি আপুনি চাবলৈ যায়, it's in your own name. যেনেকৈ মোৰ নামটো শুভম দাস, মই শুভম দাস SBI ছেভিংছ বেংক একাউণ্ট বুলি সেইটো মোৰ একাউণ্টটো বিচাৰি পাম. চ' ডেট ইজ এ পাৰ্চনেল একাউণ্ট, সেইটো মোৰ নিজৰ নামত আছে এণ্ড আই ইউজ ইট ফৰ মাই অ'ন পাৰ্চনেল নিডছ, ৰাইট? চ' তেনেকুৱাত আমি সেইটো পাৰ্চনেল একাউণ্ট বুলি কওঁ. এগেইন উই অলছ' হেভ ৰিয়েল একাউণ্টছ. ৰিয়েল একাউণ্টছ বুলি যেতিয়া কোৱা হয়, ইট কাউণ্টছ অল দ্য টেঞ্জিবল এণ্ড অল দ্য ইনটেঞ্জিবল এছেটছ এজ ৱেল, যিবিলাক আমি assets বা liabilities যিবিলাক আমি বিজনেছত ৰেকৰ্ড মেইনটেইন কৰোঁ. The ledger accounts which contain transactions related to the assets or liabilities of the business are called real accounts. Business etat apunar any organization which is running a business will have assets and liabilities, right? Assets বুলি ক'বলৈ গ'লে আমি বুজাও যে সম্পদ, যিখিনি আমাৰ সম্পদ থাকে, চ' সেইখিনি আমাৰ এছেটছত আহি যায়. লাইবিলিটিজ বুলি ক'লে আমাৰ যিখিনি দিবলগীয়া এমাউণ্ট থাকে বা আমাৰ বেচিকলি চিম্পল সহজৰ ভাষাত ক'ব গ'লে যিখিনি আমাৰ ব্যৱসায়ীৰ লেঠা যিখিনি আছে, দ'জ আৰ দ্য লাইবিলিটিজ অফ দ্য বিজনেছ, ৰাইট? চ' এই গোটেইখিনি বস্তু আমাৰ সাঙুৰ খাই থাকে ৰিয়েল একাউণ্টৰ আণ্ডাৰত. নাও চে ফৰ এক্সাম্পল উই হেভ কেছ, ৰাইট? Cash is what? Cash is an instance of a real account. Okay, why? Because cash is an asset. হয় নে নহয়? Cashটো আমাৰ এটা asset হয় যিটো নেকি আমি ইউজ কৰিব পাৰোঁ to create income. Anything which helps us create income is an asset. Okay, that is the definition of asset. So যেতিয়া মই cash বুলি কওঁ, it will come under real account, right? Now, yes, cash can help us earn income, so it is an asset, it comes under real account. But also say something like Goodwill. Goodwill to ki bostu hoy? Goodwill is basically the reputation the firm or the organization has in the market, right? A reputation to jodi bhal hoy, then they can basically even charge higher prices for their product or their services. No hoy jano aji apuni jodi kunba notun company etar product eta lobole jay, they can't charge you a whole lot because they haven't created that market space and that reputation for themselves yet. But if Apple comes into the scenario, Apple can charge even 70,000 above 1 lakh for one cell phone. Kyo parise? Because they have that goodwill. Teoloke over the years teneka eta image banai loise nijor and eta brand identity banai loise through which they can create value just through the name Apple, right? Product বিশেষ একো নাথাকিলেও just because the product holds the brand name Apple, they can charge a higher price for it. So the goodwill is helping them earn income. So it is an asset. Etu real account ot ahe. Liabilities বুলি যদি ক'বলৈ যাওঁ, these are assets, right? এই assets খিনি হেকাৰণে আমি ৰিয়েল একাউণ্টত কনচিডাৰ কৰোঁ যিহেতু আমি এইটো ৰিয়েল একাউণ্টৰ আণ্ডাৰত ধৰিছোঁ কেছ গুডউইল চ' এটা এক্সাম্পল মই দিবলৈ কৈছিলোঁ এইটো কেছ আৰু গুডউইল স্পেচিফিকলি বিকজ ওৱান ইজ টেঞ্জিবল নগদ ধন আপোনাৰ হাতত আছে যদি আপুনি সেইটো চুব পাৰে দেখা পায় ইটছ visible, it's tangible, right? Goodwill is not visible, goodwill is not tangible. Apni goodwill subo nware, apni goodwill dekha na paye, but goodwill is something which will help you basically earn income if you use it right. Okay, so it is an asset, eta sampod hoy to bebokhayotor babe. Now talking about liabilities moi janeke kolu liabilities ki hoy, liabilities are all the amounts that we have to pay to someone. So let's say I have to pay interest to someone, right? Interest payable boli jodi ko, that is a liability because interest ma pay koribo logia hoise kiba hot, that will be something I have to clear from my accounts. I have to pay in the near future. So interest payable is a liability, right? Again, let's say mur heri loan loi thu ase. Loan is a form of a liability because if you take a loan, apuni jodi loan loise bankor porai hok ba karobar porai hok individualor porai hok, titia apuni ki koribo laibo, in time you will have to pay it off. Apuni EMI di hoi pela apuni interestor logot hetu pay off koribo laibo. That is something which you are liable to do, apunar obligation eta ase. So these are examples of liabilities, right? So these all of these assets and liabilities, they come under real account. Okay, third eta type of account ase, account headed ase jitu koa hoy nominal account. This one, nominal account, right? Nominal account ki hoy, all the transactions which are related to income, gains, expenses and losses are recorded under this category. So yata sabole gole apuni duta bostu dekha pabo, mainly eta hoise income and gains. Etu difference eta ase, income aru gains or difference eta ase, thik ase মই বুজাই দি আছো কি হয় ডিফাৰেন্স টু এটা তো হল ইনকাম এন্ড গেইনস যেতিয়া আপুনি প্ৰফিটেবল সাইড টু চাই আৰু এটা হ'ব পাৰে expenses and losses. Okay, expenses and losses. So difference to ki hoy expense aru loss or majo duta beleg beleg ki kyo likhisu, income aru gain beleg beleg ki kyo likhisu, income mane to labh hoy enekwa nohoy jano sense to, but beleg beleg ko likhisu kele, because see, income is something you earn only on your goods or services sold. Duta type of bostu hob pare, you could be dealing in goods, you could be dealing in services, right? Goods or jodi deal kori ase, that means you are dealing in something physical, a physical product. Aru jodi apuni gains sorry, jodi apuni service or kotha koy, it is something which is not tangible. The plane that is sold to an airline company is a product, but the ticket that you purchase for a flight is not a product, it is a service. Even though you get a physical ticket, it is not a product, it is a service you are purchasing. Okay, kele service buli koisu karon good is something like, let's say hey plane khon je airline company kinile, they can bring the plane in the hangar and tate plane khon store kori thobo pare. Okay, plane khon tate park kori thobo pare and they can take it here and there and they claim that entire physical aircraft, right? But you as a consumer who just wants to purchase a flight ticket, you are not purchasing the entire plane, you are just purchasing a trip, and the trip is a service nohoy jano karon keneko hobo trip to bhal beya, comfortable uncomfortable, right? Convenient inconvenient, hey gutei bur matter koribo over the service that has been provided to you. Air team to keneka asile, the air hostesses, the air hosts keneko asile, plane not maybe food to keneka asile, how convenient was it for you to check in your luggage and everything, gutei khini bostu milai pelai amar service eta bone. So hikarne koisu je apuni juntu product ba service provide korise as a business, hetu jodi kiba apunar labh hoise, you are earning more than the cost, that is an income, right? That is a profit. Gain ketia hoy, gain happens when, let's say apunar business you have a business of making food products, all right? Tamane apunar main product to ki, the food products, hetu sell kori jodi kiba income korise, good, that is income, that is basically your profit. Kintu jodi apuni food product create koribole juntu machinery use kore, hey machinery eta apunar purani hoisle, machine eta purani hoisle, hetu karone apuni machine to sell kori dile and then you earn some profit on that sale, all right? Apunar machine to apuni kinisile maybe 1 lakh rupees or apuni sell kore 1,20,000 but 30,000 sell korile, there is a profit of 20-30,000 there, right? But it is not considered as income, it is considered as a gain. That means you have sold the product and you have made a gain. That is a capital gain বুলিও কোৱা হয়. Okay, কাৰণ মই হেতু বেছি নহলে কাম চলাব নহলে. That is one of my capital. All right. And হেতুক সেল কৰি কিবা লাভ ওলাইছে, হেতু capital gain বুলি কোৱা হ'ব. Okay? Similarly, expenses and losses যদি চাবলৈ যাও, expenses হে গুটে সমূহ বস্তু আহিব যেখিনি নেকি আমাৰ খৰচৰ আন্ডাৰত আহে, যেটো আমাৰ বিজনেস টু ৰান কৰা expenses যেখিনি, বিজনেস টু ৰান কৰা যেটো খৰচ. So তাতে আমাৰ কি বস্তু আহিব পাৰে? Let's say purchase of raw materials. আপুনি raw material নোহোৱাকে এটা বিজনেস চলাব নোৱাৰে যদি আপুনি কিবা প্ৰডাক্ট সাৰ্ভিস যদি কিবা প্ৰডাক্ট সাৰ্ভ কৰি আছে কাস্টমাৰক. So expenses বুলি কৈ দিয়াৰ লগে লগে খৰচবোৰ আহিব, বেসিক্যালি এক্সপেন্ডিচাৰ আহিব. এক্সপেন্ডিচাৰ আৰু এক্সপেন্সৰ মাজত এটা ডিফাৰেন্স আছে, ৰাইট? এক্সপেন্ডিচাৰ ইজ এভৰিথিং ৱেৰ আপোনাৰ বিজনেছটো চলাই ৰাখিবলৈ বা আগন্তুক দিনলৈ প্ৰফিট এটা জেনেৰেট কৰিবলৈ আপুনি কিবা এটা খৰচ কৰিছে. Expenses made in let's say in hopes of a future profit. Those are expenses by expenditure. Losses কি হয়? Loss is when আপোনাৰ লস হলেও এটো লসত বেলেগ এটা ওয়ার্ড কে বনাই হৈছে because let's say আপোনাৰ কিছুমান প্ৰডাক্ট আছে ইনভেন্টৰি হিচাপে ষ্টক হিচাপে হেতু জ্বলি গল, it got burned, মানে কিবা এটা এক্সিডেন্ট হল, ফায়াৰ এক্সিডেন্ট এটা হল, ফায়াৰ হ্যাজার্ড এটা হৈ পেলাই আপোনাৰ you lost half your stock. That is a loss, a capital loss. Alright, that is not an expense. আপোনাৰ হেতু খৰচ কৰা নাই, আপোনাৰ হেতু খৰচ ওলাই গৈছে. That is a লোকসান এটা হৈছে, আপোনাৰ লস এটা হৈছে, right? So এই গুটেইবোৰ বস্তু incomes and gains আৰু expenses and losses, these come under the nominal accounts. Alright, these components do not exist in any physical form but they actually exist. Income and gain, expense and loss এইবিলাক বস্তু আপোনাৰ physically exist কৰা দেখা নাপায় আপুনি, right? tangible নহয় কিন্তু তাতে আছে, ক্যালকুলেশনৰ ভিতৰত আপুনি গম পাব ইমানখিনি লাভ ইমানখিনি লোকসান হল. Alright, so a personal real and nominal account perspective পৰা আপুনি চাব পাৰে accounts বোৰ ক্লাসিফাই কৰিবলৈ যে কোনটো account businessৰ কোনটো account কোনটো header under আহিব. There is also another way, হেতু যোৱাৰ আগতে এবাৰ rule কেটা কৈ দিছো. Personal accountত you debit what comes in and credit debit what goes out and credit what comes in. Alright, personal account of ক্ষেত্ৰত. So debit what goes out বুলি যদি কও, আমি পার্সোনাল অ্যাকাউন্টৰ কথা পাতি আছো, ঠিক আছে? ডেবিট what goes out বুলি যদি কৈছো means what? তাৰ মানে আপোনাৰ ব্যাংক একাউন্টত যেতিয়া ক্যাশ থাকে ন and you pay some amount out of your bank account, আপোনাৰ মতে মেসেজটো কি বুলি আহে? You get a message saying your account number so has been debited by this particular amount. So আমি এই এমাউন্টটো কৈ আছো যোনটো নেকি উলাই গৈছে. So হেতু যদি উলাই গৈ আছে আমি তাতে যদি ডেবিট কৰিছো, that means the rule for personal account is that we debit what goes out, right? And opposite to কি হ'ব? Debit what goes out যদি হয় yes. Debit what goes out বুলি যেতিয়া কৈছো, so when you get a text message on your cell phone that your account so has been debited, you understand that আপোনাৰ একাউন্টৰ পৰা হেখিনি পইচা কটা গৈছে. Money has not come in, money has gone out. So হেকাৰণে personal accountত আমি debit কৰি দিও. If some amount has been deposited into your account, তেতিয়া মেসেজটো কি আহে? Your account number so has been credited by this particular amount, ঠিক আছে? তেতিয়া আমি personal accountৰ এই রুলটো গম পাও যে we are debiting the amount that is being deducted and we are crediting the amount that is being introduced into our account. Real accountত বেলেগ নিয়ম আছে. Real accountৰ নিয়মটো মই কৈ আছো. We debit the receiver and we debit the giver and credit the receiver, ঠিক আছে? So এইটো রুলটো আৰু অলপ ইজিলি বুজি পাম আমি যদি এইটো ফৰমেটত চাও. So মই এইটো লেকে আহি আছো আপোনালোকক টাইপস অফ একাউন্টস আৰু এক ধৰণে কেনেকৈ চাব পাৰি হেতু কৈ দি আছো. ওকে, সি nominal account to same teneke ase, thik ase? Nominal account loss by expense hole we debited, okay? Expenses and losses hole ami debit kori diu. Expenses and losses are debited, short ke dr likhibo paru. All right, আৰু ইনকামছ এণ্ড গেইনছ হ'লে আমি ক্ৰেডিট কৰোঁ অলৰাইট এক্সপেন্সেছ এণ্ড লছেছখিনি ডেবিট কৰোঁ যদি তাৰমানে বাকীকেইটা কি কৰোঁ ক্ৰেডিট কৰোঁ যদি সেইকেইটা এপিয়াৰ হয় A much simpler way to look at this is classify any account you encounter in accounting under these heads, under one of these heads. Assets, expenses, revenue, liability and capital. Egitar bhitorot kunba na kunba etar apuni classify kori integrate koribo paribo any of the elements you find in accounting. Yate bahut simple hoy assets aru expenses ot apunar jikhini bostu ahe they are debited in case of increase tamane decrease hole ki hobo credit hobo obviously right jodi decrease hoy moi jodi epine aru eta ghor banai dio jitu nobonale hoy because apunak jodi moi ko eta coinor eta sided heads ase you already know the other side is tails right tothabi likhi disu decrease hole credit hobo thik ase it just becomes the opposite for these for all of these okay right so assets are expenses ekeloge monot rakhok je when these increase no asset by expense aneka bostubur tetia debit korua hoy revenue liability or capital jetia barhe tetia credit korua hoy etu monot rakhok aru eta ma bujai disu assets expenses revenue liability capital hoy ki asset buli kole all the things that help us earn an income jetu ami real account ro paisilu same thing asset under ahibo pare cash plant and machinery, vehicle that you're using for running your business, right? All the things which are helping you run the business and earn an income are assets for your business. Now, expenses of ki ahibo? Expenses of everything which you are spending basically to earn a future profit. Those are all expenses. ঠিক আছে? হেবিলাকো যেতিয়া বাঢ়ে তেতিয়া debit কৰা হয়. Revenue is the income you make. Okay, the income you make. So, যোনটো আপুনি amount earn কৰে that falls under revenue okay okay so আমি যেতিয়া revenue কথা কৈছো any kind of income gains they will fall under revenue nominal account of perspective পৰা চালে আমি income gains like nominal account বুলি কওঁ যদি মই income gain কথা এটু heading under চাও এটা revenue বুলি কৈ দিম okay liability কথা কৈছো liability is all the amount that you have to pay out to someone okay যিখিনি আমি দিবলগীয়া আছে amount যিখিনি আমি ক্লিয়াৰ কৰিবলগীয়া আছে accounts we need to clear so all those are liabilities or liabilities that increase on say for example you take a loan your liability will increase tetia ami ki korim credit korim loan account will be credited that means the loan has been taken all right okay interest pay koribo logia hoise interest payable credit hoi jabo tetia that means payable interest amount has increased capital account ki hoy capital is nothing but kobo gole mooldhon thik ase mooldhon mane juntu amount edi ami business eta start dio so when owner of a business pumps money into the business to run bullion hetu to operational cost ahe jetia business to set up koribole jetu amount use kore that is a capital say four partners in a business all investing rupees let's say 2 lakhs mane in total tene hole protek jon jodi equally divide korle nijor majot amount to they will all be paying 50000 so that 50000 they have paid to start the business to kick start the business that is their capital each person is paying 50000 rupees as capital total capital hoy goise 2 lakh rupees okay so ei gute kita account ot ami revenue liability or capital ot increase or khetrot credit koru okay aru asset or expenses or khetrot ami debit kori dio all right etu in action etia moi apnalogor ekhon chart ot dekha ekhon cashbook or format ot dekhai aso so cashbook khon ki hoy hetu koilusu agote cashbook works as a book of original entry in which transactions relating only to cash receipt and payments are recorded in detail right so just take a look at the definition a gute slide to ever sai log and I will explain this to you in a second apunaloke tetia lage etu sai log etur meaning to ki hoy ebar pori jak je cashbook khon hoy ki junkhon ami sabole goi asu right Okay, so yes, done reading. So basically the cash book is a book of original entry in which transactions relating only to cash receipt and payments are recorded in detail. Eto eta bahut important kotha koise yate. Cash bookot ami only cash entries rakho, thik ase, only things, only transactions in which we have operated in cash. Okay. So when cash is received, it is entered on the debit side. Why debit side now? That is the question. Debit side ot etu karone because cash to ki hoy olof agote paisilu je cash is an asset, right? If cash is an asset, what is the rule for assets? The rule for assets is we debit whenever asset increases, right? Whenever asset increases, we debit it. Hetu karone koise when cash is received, receive korise mane ki business jodi cash ahise, receive korise, then obviously cash has increased, asset has increased, increase hole ki hobo debit. Makes sense? Left hand side boli koise tuma dekhai diasu cash book tar mane debit side to left hand side hoy. Okay, and when cash is paid out, tetia ki hoy, same is recorded on the credit side or right hand side. Kyo credit side? Because if cash goes out of the business, that means what? Decrease hoise. Decrease hole ki hobo, it will be credited, right? Decrease hole credit hobo, increase hole debit hobo. That is the rule asset or, and since cash is an asset, cash book hey rule to apply hoy ase. Understand? Makes sense now. The cash book, though it serves the purpose of a cash book of original entry, cash journal basically, really it represents the cash account of the ledger separately bound for the sake of convenience. Tamane cash bookot ami cashor jiman journal entries paislu hey gutei khinike ami just merge kori disu, but the reason we are doing is that so that we have a separate book for cash entries. Okay, okol cashor hisab khini karone dazate beleke ekhon amar tot kita ekhon khata thake, etu karone ami cashor ledger hisabe ekhon cash book banai lo. Okay, it is journal as cash transactions are chronologically recorded in it. Okay, it is a journal kyo because journalot ki kora hoy, we keep a record of things chronologically, date wise. Aru yato same bostu re kori asu, we are recording it chronologically. Everything will be recorded chronologically. Accounting on zikono books of accounts sabo chronologically ami maintain koru gutei khini bostu. It is a ledger as it contains a classified record of all transactions. The balances of the cash book are recorded in the trial balance and balance sheet. So it serves both purposes. Journal hisabe kaam kore, chronologically entries bilag ase, aru it also works as a classified record of all cash transactions or balances of cash. So it is also a ledger. It works as a journal and a ledger. Okay. Cash book eta format sabole goisu, but tar agote just koi disu je apnaloke hokole saise aro 24/7 Northeast official YouTube channel to. Jodi ei channel to eta lage follow kora nai, I would highly recommend you subscribe to this channel because you are getting free classes on all these important examinations, even detailed classes, right? Like right this one here about accountancies, it was specifically bohuret apnaloke classes bisari asile. So not just APDCL in general, but APDCL Accountancy as well, AAO post karne, assistant accounts officer karne. So it's a very very useful channel for all those of you who are preparing for government examinations. Apuni jodi sorkari sakori preparation kori ase, other 24/7 Northeast classes keta kintu miss nokoribo. Do watch these classes, and the best you can do is subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any important updates from this channel. Other 24/7 app eta ase, Apple Store or Google Play Store duita te available. So আপোনালোকে download কৰি install যদি কৰি লয় এই এপটো আপোনালোকৰ কাৰণে বহুত এটা সুবিধা, because এটা বহুত valuable resource হয় এই এপ কেটা, এই এপটো যত নেকি আপুনি এইটো এটা সম্পূৰ্ণভাৱে বিনামূলীয়া এপ যত আপুনি গোটেইবোৰ ফিচাৰ্স, কাৰেণ্ট এফেয়াৰ্স, জব এলাৰ্টস, quizzes, notes and articles and videos, these are all available for free on the app itself. And premium study material section to আমাৰ visit কৰিব পাৰে যত নেকি আমাৰ courses, study materials, আমাৰ book packs and আমাৰ test series খিনি আপোনালোকে ক্ৰয় কৰিব পাৰিব. So yes, a very helpful app. Do download it and install it on your cell phones. We are also on Telegram. Amak other 24/7 Northeast please search korib pare, and apnaloke amak join korib pare on Telegram as well. So apnaloke amar YouTube classes or PDFs and other important notifications and updates yate avail koribo paribo. So coming to the format of Cashbook. A format tut apnaloke sabo pare je ami ek 4টা column banaisu, right? there are these 4 columns here. Basically these are the same columns on both sides. Ekitake ami use korisu date, particulars, ledger folio aru amount. Same thing appears on the right side as well. A2 is our debit side, okay, and this is our credit side. Alright, this is our cash book. I likhi disu cash book boli, but in details jodi moi likhibo so I can write it as the cash book of XYZ Limited Zune no hokyo, and you can also write which month you are maintaining. Kuntu monthro cash book hoy. Cash book of XYZ Limited as on for the month of let's say April 2022, right? And enake apuni likhilo pare whenever you are making a cash book, whenever you are making the format of a cash book. So here yata ami ki korim, first we will do a detailed analysis of all the transactions we have relating to cash related transactions, okay, not any other kind of transactions. Cash transactions or amar saiso amar ki tothyo ase hatot. So ekita amar etu monthor April monthor ei gutekita transactions ase. Let's take a look. 1422. Okay, 1st April 2022 amar opening balance ase rupees 1 lakh. All right, so opening balance ase hatot. So if that is a surplus of cash in our hands, we have a surplus of cash in our hands. So if we have a surplus, we can say that we have a debit balance. Why debit balance? Because cash is an asset, and when we have a surplus of asset or a growth in asset, we say it is debited. Asset bahise debit hoise. So a surplus will basically mean a debit balance. So etu bostu ma code entry koribo paro. I can enter it on the left hand side. Okay, I'll enter it on the left hand side instead of the right hand side. Take a look. First April 2022 date to likhi loisu, and monot rakhibo debit side ami jene likho, we'll have to write the prefix 2. And then we have the balance, opening balance. And this is a balance which has been brought forward from the previous month, right? So we write brought forward as BF, alright, to balance BF. What was the amount again? 1 lakh. So pretty simple, we just type in the amount here. Okay, so first entry done, opening balance for entry korisu ami yata. Next, take a look at what other transactions we have in hand. Past tarikh, 5th April 2022. We have a transaction where we purchased raw materials worth rupees 30,000 from Messrs Gupta Traders. So this is a purchase transaction, and if nothing has been mentioned here, was this transaction in cash or in kind or maybe a bank transfer, we have nothing written here, right? This is empty. So by default, we consider this as a cash transaction. All right. Cash book or khetrot, by default we'll consider this as a cash transaction if nothing is mentioned in the transaction details, right? So it's a purchase entry. Purchase korsuri obviously cash ulai goise. Simple rule: if cash comes in, we write in the debit side. If cash goes out, it goes to the credit side, right? And this entry here, past tarikhe juntu ami paisu, this is a credit transaction. Why? Because cash has gone out, cash isn't coming in. So credit side likhile amount rakhibo, we always use the prefix by. So what was the reason for this transaction? Purchase, right? Why did we pay money? Because we purchased something. So by purchase, yes, and you can write account here because ultimately purchaser at account bonibo. By purchase account koridio jodi yate moi likhibo paro the amount which was paid out. 30,000 payout kora hoisile. I just write down that amount, 30k, 30,000, right? Done. Next entry, paid interest. 12 tarikhe we paid interest. Interest we pay korisu on anything. Maybe it was a loan or something. So interest pay kora hoise 5,000 rupees or again nothing has been mentioned, right? So we consider this as a cash transaction as well. We paid interest, cash ulai goise. Keep things very simple. Okay, don't complicate this. Just write down the date what the transaction is, cash coming in or cash coming out. Take a look at that and the amount. 5,000 cash ulai goise 12 tarikhe. Cash has gone out. So this is in the credit side of things. All right. So we write down the date 12 April 2022 and we write by, and what was the reason? By interest paid, right? By interest. And let's write this as account, by interest account, which is 5,000. Again, 15 tarikhe we have cash sales of rupees 55,000. Now, sales jodi hoise, then obviously we have received cash. We have not paid cash out. Sale korisu, so we got cash rupees 55,000 in our business. Cash has come into the business. If cash is coming in, then we will take this as a debit entry, right? Kunbai goise Shahire goise, sir, cash mention kora nai. Yes, hetueto goisu, cash jodi mention kora nai, then we consider this by default as a cash transaction. Okay? Gulam is asking, sir, English or no hoy jano? English or hobo Gulam? English or hobo accountancy, just we are taking 2 days for accountancy, all right? We are also considering accountancy because bohote AAO examination or karone prepare kori ase. Okay? So cash sales jodi hoise 55,000 or, then we write down on the debit side, which is 15th April. 15 Aprilot we have received cash, and the reason being sales, right? So to sales we can write 55,000 as received, which is cash sales of 55,000. Okay? Next, 21 tarikh. 21 tarikhe we have sale of rupees 21,000 on credit. On credit বুলি কৈছে. Now remember, credit মানে কি? দোকান লিখা থাকে ন, no credit only cash, তাৰমানে বাকিত বিক্ৰী নহয়, cashতহে বিক্ৰী হ'ব. So no credit যদি হৈ আছে, তেনে মানে on credit যদি হৈ আছে, that means we have not received cash for it. Cash যদি receive কৰা নাই, we will not enter this in our cash book. Okay? This is a very important rule. ইয়াতে ট্ৰিকটো আছে যে credit entries কেতিয়াও আমি মেনশ্যন নকৰোঁ in the cash book. যেতিয়া cash আহিব, creditত লোৱা বস্তুৰ cashটো যেতিয়া আহিব, তেতিয়াহে সেইটো entry cash bookত কৰিম. All right, got it? So okay, sale of rupees 21,000 on credit hoy gol. Etu ami entry nokoru. Had it been not mentioned on credit, we would have understood etu cash out hoise tetia entry korlu hoy. 23rd eta entry ase owner withdrew cash rupees 7,000. Now see, owner is etia withdraw korano cash. As per the business entity concept, we have to consider this as a entry in the cash book. Alright, business entity concept eta ase jot koa hoise je we have to treat the business as a separate entity, as a separate individual. Beleg ejonor pora poisa lole jodi ami entry to rakhilu hoy, business etar pora jodi ami cash withdraw korisu, we have to make an entry even if it's the owner who is withdrawing the amount, the money. Alright, so 23 tarikhe cash has gone out of the business, so business or books ot ami likhibo lagibo on the credit side je cash ulai goise. So by etu since owner e ulaise poisa to etu drawings buli koa hoy. By drawings account, what was the amount? 7,000. So 7,000 entry eta kori disu on the credit side because cash has gone out, right? Finally eta ase 26 tarikhe paid wages in cash rupees 12,000 in cash koi dise, eta specifically mention o korise in cash boli. So 26 tarikhe 12,000 toka amar ulai goise jihetu ami eta date to dim 26 April 2022 and the entry will be by wages account, wages pay kora hoise and the amount being 12,000 rupees. Okay, so 12,000 to yate entry kori dibo. Now all our transactions for the month of April are entered. Jiman amar hatot entries asile for the month of April gutekhini ami entry korilu. Now we close the month of April aru ami total cash or hisab to korim. For that I leave one line space and I draw this column. In this amount column I draw these lines to show the total box. এই বক্সটো তাৰমানে আমাৰ টোটালৰ বক্সটো হয়, ঠিক আছে? যে ইয়াতে আমি টোটাল কিমান হ'ল ক্যাশৰ হিসাবটো হেতু দুইটা সাইডে উলিয়াম, ডেবিট আৰু ক্ৰেডিট সাইডে। নাও হিয়াৰ লাইজ দ্য ট্ৰিক। আমাৰ মাহৰ শেষত ব্যালেন্স তাৰমানে কিমান থাকিলে, পজিটিভ ব্যালেন্স হওক বা নেগেটিভ ব্যালেন্স হওক হেতু উলাবলৈ ইয়াতে আমি কি কৰিব লাগিব, উই হ্যাভ টু ক্যালকুলেট। এটু সাইডে আছে 1,55,000, 1 lakh and 1,55,000, 1,55,000 টোটাল আমাৰ আছে। এটু সাইডে আছে 30,000 plus 5 plus 7 plus 12, তাৰমানে 35,000 plus 7,000, that is 42,000 plus 12,000, that is 54,000. So heavier side কোনটো? Obviously the debit side. So মই এই ফিগাৰটো দুইটা ঘৰত লিখিম, 1,55,000। এটো অলপ মন দি চাব, এইটোৱে ট্ৰিকটো হয় ক্যাশ বুকত লাষ্টত ব্যালেন্সটো উলোৱাৰ। 1,55,000 on both sides. Okay, so now এইটো সাইড ঠিকই আছে, ডেবিট সাইড ইজ ফাইন, এইটো সাইডে পুরো পারফেক্টলি মিলি আছে 1,55,000 হয় হিসাবটো। ইয়াতে কিন্তু আমাৰ কম হৈ আছে, ৰাইট? উই হ্যাভ 54,000 নট 1,55,000। সো ৰিমেইনিং যেটো 1,01,000 এমাউণ্টটো আছে আমাৰ, এই 1,01,000 এমাউণ্টটো ইয়াতে মই লিখি দিলেহে এইটো এতিয়া শুদ্ধ হ'ব, নহয় জানো? আৰু এইটোক মই কি বুলি লিখিম? এনেটো লিখি দিব নোৱাৰো, এইটোক মই সেইকাৰণে মান্থৰ শেষত লাষ্ট ডেটটোত লিখিম বাই বেলেন্স carried down. Okay, তাৰ মানে এইটো মাহৰ শেষত ইমানখিনি বেলেন্স ক্যাৰি ওভাৰ হৈছে 1,01,000 টকা। দ্যাট মিন্স এইটো সাইডে কি ওলালে আমাৰ এন্ট্ৰিটো বেলেন্স কিয় কৰিব লগা হ'ল ক্ৰেডিট সাইডে? বিকজ ডেবিট সাইডে বেছি আছিলে। ডেবিট সাইডে বেছি আছিলে মানে উই হ্যাভ এ ক্যাশ সাৰপ্লাস দিস মান্থ। আমি এইটো মাহৰ ষ্টাৰ্টিং কৰিছিলো 1,00,000 টকাই দি, এইটো মাহৰ এণ্ড কৰিছো কিন্তু 1,01,000 টকাই দি। 1,000 ৰুপিজৰ এটা এক্সট্ৰা আমাৰ হাতত তাৰ মানে সাৰপ্লাস আহিলে এইটো মান্থত। ক্যাশ ইন টোটেল 1,000 টকা এটা বাঢ়িলে। ওকে, সো নেক্সট মান্থ 1st May 2022 যদি চাবলৈ যাওঁ, উইল মেক এন এন্ট্ৰি টু বেলেন্স, এই আগৰ যোনটো ক্লোজিং বেলেন্স আছিলে আমাৰ সেইটোকে এইপিনে লিখি দিম টু বেলেন্স bought forward, and that will be again that same amount 1,01,000 rupees. Done. So we have the entire cash book for the month of April, and this same cash book we can carry over to the month of May as well. May tamar a cash book to carry over hoi goi thakibo. All right, so that's how you create a cash book, all the transactions, finding out the balance, closing balance and opening balance. All right, so okay, I hope that was useful to all of you. I hope, yes, 1,01,000 or yes, Shahid, correct, debit balance eta ase, that means we have a surplus of cash on hand. Okay, monthor hekhot extra cash ahisile and the amount being 1,000 rupees. Opening and closing balance to compare kori sale ami gom pai jao je 1,00,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees eta extra surplus etu monthot generate hoise. Okay, so yes everyone, if you like the session, I hope you did do like the video, and amar courses keta kotha korisu jodi apnaloke other 24/7 courses logot jorito ho bisare, tetor courses ase, railway smart batch ase for railway examinations, APDCL multiple classes ase, multiple courses ase, the target batch where you get the live classes and the recorded classes as well, that APDCL silver batch ase jot apuni classes plus test series pai jabo, mock test, and APDCL gold pack eta ase jetu moi suggest korim jot apuni APDCL classes plus test series plus book packs pai jabo delivered right at your doorstep. SSC course eta ase, clerical or SBI eta course asle, and also APSC foundation batch eta ase jot neki apuni prelims, mains and interview gute gitar karone preparation or package eta pai jabo. We also have an APSC prelims course that is also very beneficial. I'm already taking classes there. You can join in there as well. You can use my code Y577. मोर कोड टू होइसे Y577, बोलता ही रहता हूँ, कोड है Y577 और पढ़ेंगे साथ साथ with this code Y577, ठीक है? So चलो everyone, I'll see you in the next session tomorrow. Till then, take care, and yes, as always, video যদি ভাল পাইছে তেনেহলে লাইক কৰি দিব, শ্বেয়াৰ কৰি দিব ভিডিওটো। এণ্ড য়েছ, কি কৈছে বিপাশা ছাৰ আপোনাৰ মেজৰ একাউণ্টেঞ্চিত আছে নেকি? য়েছ আই ডিড, এণ্ড য়েছ চেছ কৰিব লৈছোঁ ছেশ্যনটো এতিয়া। অ'কে বিপাশা, আই হোপ ইউ ডিড গেট টু লাৰ্ণ চামথিং। অল ৰাইট, য়েছ শ্বাহিদ ইজ ৰাইট, 40 মিনিটছৰ ক্লাছেছ হ'ব ৱাই টিত। অ'কে, বিকজ দেৰ আৰ ছ' মেনি ছাবস্ক্ৰিপশ্যন কৰ্চেছ গয়িং অন ৱাই টিত। 1 আৱাৰ ল'লে মানে ছাবস্ক্ৰিপশ্যন কৰ্চেছ কেইটাৰ কাৰণে অলপমান হেম্পাৰিং হৈ যায় বস্তুটো। চ' উই আৰ টেকিং 40 মিনিটছ ক্লাছেছ ফ্ৰম নাও অন। আপোনালোকৰ কাৰণে সুবিধা, বিকজ 40 মিনিটছ ইজ লাইক আ time frame where you can actually focus. Research wise, koa hoise 40-45 minutes is the time one person can actually focus in something. After that, the mind starts going here and there. So yes, like koribo video to and share koribo video to comment section. So kiba sui doubt ase regarding debit, credit or Cashbook, and also subscription button to answer, subscribe button to ase apni click koribo subscribe button to, so you get connected with other 24/7 Northeast official channel and you do not miss out on any of these important classes. All right everyone, take care. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.